So it seems like it's going to be a week of the new releases because yesterday I reviewed Strong With You Amber. I have Azzaro Wanted Eau de Parfum that's going to be here tomorrow. And today another one arrived early, and that's the one I'm going to be reviewing today. A brand new fragrance by Cartier. It is Pasha de Cartier NOIR ABSOLU or NOIR ABSOLU. And that's what we're going to be reviewing today. So without further ado, let's get it. Welcome back everyone to my channel. My name is Randy, aka FragranceDoud, back with another fresh release in the 2023 men's fragrance community. And again, it seems like it's going to be the week of the releases. It's always how it happens. Got Strong With You Amber yesterday. Today I have this one by Cartier, and I have one arriving tomorrow. Won't be reviewed tomorrow, but it will be arriving tomorrow, and it should be reviewed by the weekend. And that is by Azzaro. It is Azzaro Wanted Eau de Parfum. So again, today we are going to be talking about a brand new Cartier. This is the first Cartier release that has been released since I was a fragrance reviewer. I don't own any other bottles, so this will be the first one that I've ever purchased. I have tried out the original Pasha de Cartier. I've tried out Pasha de Cartier Parfum, and neither of them, they were both good, but neither of them struck me as something that I wanted to pay the money for. And so with this one, I was hoping that it's going to be something, because not only did the bottle look cool, but also the notes, even though they only gave you two, which was caramelized sugar and burnt wood, it's coming off as a woody gourmand from what they say, and that really interested me. So I wanted to go dive right into this. Before we do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and then also follow me on Instagram and TikTok to support the channel. And today, this is again by Cartier. It is Pasha de Cartier NOIR ABSOLU or NOIR ABSOLU, however you say it. And this is just a red box. There's the barcode on the bottom, nothing on the side, and then their social media information is on the back. Yep, and it says it's made in France. This is a parfum, so just an FYI, it's 100 milliliter, 3.3 ounce parfum, and I think I paid $101 for it. So let's get this out of the package, and this is the bottle. Really cool bottle. I always like them. They almost have that Nespresso pod. It looks like a Nespresso pod sitting on top, but I really like the all black bottle. I could have put this in my black bottle video. It has just those like kind of indentations all the way around. Really nice. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. It says Pasha de Cartier, and it doesn't say NOIR ABSOLU anywhere. So that's the way it is. And then there we go. I have never actually tested out these atomizers in like my house, so really nice, actually, slightly controlled. I really like the atomizer. It leaves a nice mist. And I'm going to spray one on my hand as well. Oh, I can smell that in the air. I actually really like that already. That's kind of interesting. All right. So there's no note breakdown to really give you. Again, it was just caramelized sugar and burnt wood. So I'm just going to let you know what I get here. In the opening, there's a little slight hint of chocolate. I mean, there's definitely something in there. It's slightly chocolatey, but it's really in the background. But you definitely get almost like you're sitting by a campfire. It's definitely some burnt woods in there. It's slightly smoky. And then you do get a slight bit of sweetness. It's not overly sweetness to the point where it's super gourmand, but where I can see that this has that slight, it kind of reminds me of if you're at a campfire and you have a pot over top of the fire, but this time it's filled with like caramelized sugar. That, like, if you were to put sugar and just melt it over a fireplace, that's really just what it smells like. It has a little bit of a chocolatey vibe, and then it almost has a slight aromatic tinge underneath it. So far, I'm really digging this. There's a slight bit of a powdery undertexture, which I think it's from maybe a powdery tonka or vanilla. I'm not quite sure at this point in time, but if you're looking for a full gourmand, this is not a full gourmand. I can see where it's more of a woody gourmand, where it has like a slight tinge of that edible nature, but for the most part, you're looking at something that is very sugary, very woody, a little bit smoky. Like I said, it's like sitting by a campfire while you're sitting there either roasting marshmallows. Even though it doesn't have a marshmallow smell, it has that caramelized sugar smell for sure. Yeah, a little bit of a chocolatey vibe in the background. I'm not sure if it's just the blend that's going on, but there's definitely a slight hint of like some kind of dark sweetness. It's really a nice fragrance. It's a dark, slightly bolden fragrance. I really like this. It's not what I was expecting. There is that slightly powdery undertexture, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time here forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this about 25 minutes to sit on my skin, let you guys know exactly what I get from it. And once we get a little bit into the dry down, and again, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we are back, and it's actually been 45 minutes because at 25 minutes, it really wasn't changed very much. So we are back here with Pasha de Cartier NOIR ABSOLU, and this fragrance at about 45 minutes is where it kind of changed. This fragrance, as I was smelling it, it kind of reminded me of something. It doesn't smell exactly like it, but it does remind me of Burberry Hero Eau de Parfum from last year. It's much better blended. There's a lot more going on with it. There's a smokiness, but it's that balance of that dark woods and that sweetness with a little bit of that almost campfire smell that you get from it. It's just, that's what it reminds me of. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of absinthe in this because there is a very similar smell to what I got with Polo Red Parfum, as far as this almost powdery texture that had this little bit of thickness to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was in this. And if it is not absinthe, then there's definitely some kind of powdery tonka vanilla going on with it. I know there's a sweetness in this. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It hasn't fully changed at this point in time, but at this point in time, again, we are at 45 minutes. It's less of a gourmand than I would have expected. It is, again, more of that smoke, that woods, and then you get some sweetness in there. I also do, as we got about 25, 30 minutes into the fragrance, I pick up a little bit of a nuttiness. It comes and goes, but I think it reminds me of that like Strong With You chestnut. So I'm going to throw that out there. I could be completely wrong, but it's just, I had a little bit of that chocolatey vibe in the opening, a little bit of nuttiness about 25 minutes in. I had some aromatics that are floating through and through and through, but overall, those are just the underlying notes. You are more looking at what they gave you as the main notes, which were those burnt woods, which comes off as like a smoky, dense woods, mixed with that sweetness that you get from the caramelized sugar, which really does smell like if you were in the kitchen and you were caramelizing sugar. It does smell exactly like that. So from there, you do get that gourmand facet, where it's not really something you want to eat, but it does have that sugary smell to it. Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out if there is absinthe in this, because again, it does remind me of that Polo Red Parfum, but only the absinthe part of it, and it's not as heavy in this fragrance. So I'm going to have to sit with it. I'll let you guys know in the full review exactly what I get, but overall at this point in time, I mean, it's not something that's blowing me away where I'm like, you need to go get this now. But it's definitely one that I'm saying is a really nice release. Seems like it's more aimed towards the fall and winter, which again, very odd time to release it, especially a worldwide release when it was an 85-degree day yesterday and 74 today. We have a fall and winter fragrance that is kind of like Stronger With You mixed with Burberry Hero mixed with this and this that are all fall and winter fragrances. It would be a beautiful winter fragrance for sure. I think winter-centric is what this is definitely going for. Again, burnt woods, caramelized sugar with an undertone of that nuttiness, a little bit of chocolate, some aromatics, and then you have either of an absinthe, vanilla, or tonka that is providing this kind of dense powderiness, but I'm not sure what it is at this juncture. But yeah, guys, I really hope that you guys get your nose out and try this out. I bought this from Macy's. I got this from Macy's. It was released on iFragrance, the pre-release info, and the same day it came on to Macy's. So if you guys can find it, definitely try it out. I know that they sell these at Nordstrom's as well. And let me know if you do. Let me know what you think, if you're interested in it. And again, I'll be back with a full review in about 10 days or so. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Peace out.